Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls for Dummies. We're here in the Undead Parish. No, wait. I'm gonna buy some Titanite, upgrade my sword a couple times, probably. Keep it nice and easy mode for us, because we're bad at Dark Souls. And doing lots of damage helps you to avoid taking damage. These guys are back, and when you're coming this way, it's pretty easy. You just want to come around here, give this guy a little friendly pat in the back. And then these guys are relatively easy if you don't try to parry them and fail like I do. There we go. Now, when you come into the church here, there's the big bad, and this guy. The main thing that you want to look out for is, besides just not getting hit by him, is just trying not to attract the attention of those boulders that we showed you in that other room. Good thing is that mage doesn't really bother you, for whatever reason, but if you want to be safe, drag this guy out here, away from everyone. You can have your uninterrupted playtime. Don't fight him on the stairs like I'm doing, but as usual, you just want to sort of hit and run. Bait an attack out of him. Staggered him. That was a double tap. The thing is that you don't want to dodge too early, because then you get hit by the follow-up. But yeah, this is pretty much how it goes, is get close enough that he attacks, dodge away, come back and give him a little love tap, get some Titanite. It's good. Now, so again, you got the boulders over there. You really don't want to come at them from this side, because you'll get two of them right away. You got that guy up there. He's also kind of a jerk. What we can do is just go over here. Here's this nice elevator, and it takes us back to a place we were not all that long ago. Down, down, down. But it wasn't rock. It was a rock lobster. Here we are, back in Firelink Shrine. And this is kind of cool. This is sort of your alternate bonfire besides the one over by Andre. And the plus side here is you might remember that this bonfire here is kindled because of the bonfire keeper. So if you come here, you get 10 Estus flasks. So it's sort of worth this like weird run up here. Past this guy, up to the elevator, all the way up to the 52nd floor. But instead of hanging out with Andre, you can do this each time, and this way you get 10 Estus flasks for free. Although, it's pretty reasonable to go ahead and kindle that bonfire here, since this will be your Sense Fortress and a couple other things. It is kind of weird coming out this door, though. The good thing is that big guy does not come back. I guess I should have grabbed this before, because I could turn this in for a +2 Estus. Let's go ahead and bother these guys. We should get hit in the face with a soul arrow. If you just come a little bit over here, you can just grab one of these guys, hopefully. I got them both. This is a decent opportunity to panic, because these guys are not easy. But just wanna keep calm. Try to See, that's his parry pose there, where he's holding his sword up. The good thing is there is he won't attack you while he's doing it. But anyway, I don't really recommend going at them this way, but if you're going to try to kill those 3 guys, it's sort of best to go around the front door, in my experience. I guess I should go talk to what's her name. I think that she'd be sort of upset that you're like, oh, here's, you know, a dead firekeeper. Instead you get an award for it. That's our second Estus Flask upgrade. So we'll get even more healing now. And we'll just head back up. My sword's hollow, so it's nice and lightweight. So yeah, don't really recommend going this way. Instead you go around the side here and up the stairs, and it's not very much more fun. You've got one of these dudes here, who is really easiest to deal with by parrying like that. Because it's such a constricted space. Hey, knock that off. He has an advantage with that thrusting weapon in here. Pretty much all the swinging weapons are going to be banging against the walls. But around this corner is a little bit of an ambush. And you've got that annoying mage guy. And about 10,000 hollows. So what you want to do here is just sort of not get overwhelmed. So just keep falling back. Usually the sorcerer isn't this aggressive. He sort of stands in that window. You can kill the hollows first, but if he's here, he's gonna party. Some stamina. Bad timing on both of those. Juice. These guys. Just don't want to be getting shot by this guy. Hi. Get stabbed. It's always a little annoying, just having to fight so many hollows in a small hollow way. But now you've got more or less free reign of this upper area. I think that there's some stuff over here. The next boss is pretty soon up there. But we don't want to deal with that right now. And then if you go back this way, so this is where he was overlooking and shot me with a soul arrow before. Back here is one more Balder. Again, they make you fight them on the staircase just to annoy you. But probably easiest just to lure him back over here, fight him in this nice open area, rather than the little hallway. In this little nook is a dead body. As always, you should investigate bodies, get some humanity. It's a good find. And you've got these doors that you can't open. And this door that you can't open, but you can break. And if you picked up that key earlier, which we did, you can let out a prisoner.
Oh, still human, are you?
Can't you tell by my face? Don't I look human?
Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
Sure, why not? This guy is a dick, and
thank you. Yes.
We'll let him out.
I
because we want
am
something.
Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward.
And he doesn't give you anything right now, but we'll get something from him later, one way or the other. This is a great place, as I mentioned, to just practice and improve yourself. That you've got... I should not have done this, because now I'm going to have 2 angry balders on my back. But I'm going to try to do this once, at least. Alright. Nope. I've got all 3 of them. But, as I said, these guys are great parry practice. They're great. Learn how to not be silly and get 3 guys stabbing at the same time practice. And they drop good items. I should really rusted the other bonfire, so I don't have to do this run. But again, having 10 Estus is not a downside. That's not the right door. This is the right door. Yeah, so I'll show you like a sort of like loop that you can do. Again, you shouldn't feel bad if you need to practice. Like doing this sort of farming run will give you souls, it'll give you items, it'll give you practice, you'll get good at parrying. And since Andre's here, you know, if you get souls, you can buy Titanite and you can upgrade your weapon, and that'll make everything after this easier. So you're not only improving yourself, but you're improving your character. Get wrecked. Okay, so I'll show you what I normally do. That I'll rest up over here near Andre. So restful. Right, so you rest the bonfire, run up here. Don't sprint all the way to the end because you want to recover your stamina before you get up here. Just walk onto this guy, run around him. My back, I scratch your back. Take out these other 2 guys. These knights are not that hard to parry either. And if you want to, can backstab this guy. In practice, it may not be worth the trouble. So again, like, the more armor you're wearing, the more noise you make, and the more likely it is to turn around. And if you run, he will turn around. But you can sneak up on this guy, give this guy a little kick and stab. Don't forget this guy around this corner, over by the barrels. Give him a little kick and stab. Or don't. There you go. It's probably not really worth going all the way over here to stab this guy, just because he's far enough out of the way. But again, on the plus side, you can sneak up on him. For whatever reason, it does make a difference if you two-hand your weapon as you backstab, even though you can actually stab him with one hand. But it does seem to make the difference between a one-hit KO and a two-hit KO at the moment, so I'll go ahead and do it. It is a little bit more risky, because if they turn around, you're probably going to want to have your shield up, but... if you can practice, you know, two-handing your weapon and doing the backstab and then un-two-handing. It's just good practice. So again, you want to grab the first guy. Come out of here. Yeah. And, especially the two of these guys with normal swords have relatively easy to parry attacks. This guy over here with the rapier is a little bit harder, I think. But doable. Like, especially since you are so close to the bonfire, it's so easy to recover your souls. If you're coming out here and fighting them one at a time, it's just a great time to just practice your parries and start getting good at knocking these guys out. So you knock those three guys out. Come around up here, try to get the guy on the stairs, try to take out the hollows, try to take out the other guy on the stairs, and then rinse and repeat. So this is the parrying thing. You can give them a kick. You just have to be, like, extra careful, because if you don't get the kick off, because it is sort of finicky, like hitting forward and R1 at the same time. If you do accidentally swing at him, he's going to parry you and stab you, and it'll make you really sad because it'll do lots of damage. So normally, you just sort of come here and try to get a bunch of these guys on you at the same time. Start cutting them down. Claymore's big sweep, if you have the stamina for it, is pretty good at taking out 2 or 3 of these guys at a time. Just watch your stamina. And it's sort of like mowing a lawn or something. And then you're done. Just sort of mow them down 1 and 2 at a time. And finally this guy. Again, I don't really recommend just fighting these guys on the stairs. It just messes up the angles enough that it can screw you up. Yep, and now you can run back. That you've sort of taken care of all the enemies. You've killed 5 or 6, 7 boulders. And since they all have a chance to deal, to drop like Titanite and their armor, which is good, and a pretty good sword, I just totally did this, like, for a couple hours in my first playthrough until I ground up a whole bunch of, you know, Titanite to upgrade my sword, upgraded a couple levels, got pretty decent at parrying. There's no shame in that. This is a hard game, and if you can make it easier and enjoy yourself while doing it, then you should. Let's go ahead and buy a couple Titanite pieces.
Need any?
We can reinforce our weapon.
yourself.
And we'll do more damage, which will help us avoid getting killed. I'd like to put some more points in endurance. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to use the cool Black Knight shields, because that'd be nice. Still can't even use this thing. Oh well. That's it for this episode of Dark Souls for Dummies. We'll be back next time with even more dummy tips. From this dummy to you.